Hello! So you are here now. We have English for you. We will learn now the topic transitive and intransitive verbs. Do you know what transitive and intransitive verbs are? How are they used to make sentences? How are they useful to you? Questions, questions, questions. This is the basis of inquiry-based learning. You become curious, interested, and you develop an attitude to learn. Curiosity brings greater learning and greater skills for you to use the language. We understand the language English through sentences. We have nouns, we have verbs, objects in a sentence. To describe a verb better, we use adverbs. To describe a noun, we use adjectives, don't we? Here, we are going to specifically learn about verbs. Verbs that require a direct object is a transitive verb. And verbs that do not require a direct object is an intransitive verb. For example, Sita watched a movie. And here, watched is a transitive verb because movie is the object here. Now the next sentence, if I say Sita watched, there is no object here and hence watched becomes an intransitive verb. Watch this following video on English which explains to you about the transitive and intransitive verbs, and I will come back to you shortly.
Transitive and intransitive verbs. A verb that does not make sense on its own in a sentence requires an object. It is called a transitive verb. For example, the shelf holds the books. Here, the shelf is the subject, holds is the transitive verb, and the books is the direct object. A verb that indicates complete action by itself in a sentence does not require an object. It is called an intransitive verb. Adverbs and prepositions usually follow intransitive verbs. For example, my sister cries loudly. Here, my sister is the subject, cries is the intransitive verb, and loudly is the adverb. A transitive verb is incomplete without a direct object, whereas an intransitive verb makes complete sense without a direct object. For example, we watched. I jumped in excitement. Sometimes, a transitive verb takes two objects, a direct object and an indirect object. The order of the objects can be reversed in some sentences. For example, I lent my toys to my friends. I lent my friends my toys. Here, my toys is the direct object and my friends is the indirect object. Some verbs can be used in both ways, as transitive verb and intransitive verb. For example, Ricky plays football. Ricky plays very well.
Hi! Here you have seen how sentence makes sense with both transitive and intransitive verbs. In the absence of these verbs, the sentence does not carry any meaning. Verbs, doing words, are they not? So, the proper use of these verbs makes a sentence meaningful. Your curiosity must make you find whether there are any verbs that can only be intransitive always, find out. It would be a greater learning. In life, certain acts of ours make meaning only when we use proper actions to describe them. Sometimes our relations also become useless when we forget to use certain great verbs like help, give, offer, walk with, share, care, etc. These words are so beautiful words, so beautiful verbs, and these verbs that carry more meaning than the word themselves, and they create such a beautiful relation in life. Come on, find out such beautiful verbs from English language that make such sense to life. They can be transitive or intransitive. Alright, now you have seen usage of English language with the transitive and intransitive verbs. Make a lot of sense in your life. It gives meaning to your communication. Alright, so the curiosity about using a sentence always lies with you, and there are quite a few MCQs that I have given you. Please do answer them. You may need few seconds and complete that. And after that, I have given you 3 tasks, one from English, one from math, and one from science. Any one you can attempt, whichever you feel comfortable. I told you you like certain subjects, so whichever subjects you pick up, it's fine. Complete that task within the given point in time and then upload that. You will be getting plenty of prizes and fantastic certificates for you, which will be very valuable for your future. So you have seen 3 subjects here today, and you have learned what great values of life are incorporated into it. What as students you must develop is the right attitude towards life. That will create interest. Interest will create inquisitiveness, otherwise curiosity. Curiosity is born of observation, of looking outside with a desire to know the world. It is other than self-centered. It talks about change, gives a precaution in knowing things that we do not know, and makes one secured. Curious mind empowers oneself. Curiosity enhances learning. Curiosity encourages awareness. A curious mind is ready to ask and seek. I have given you 3 tasks from the 3 subjects. Attempt any one within the given time. Make a detailed study on it and upload your answers. Hema Foundation is just waiting to cheer you with a number of prizes. Alright? See you next month then. Signing off for now, Vijayam Ravi. Namaste.